What are some things that you guys are trying to build on from last season coming into this next season?
Well, we pointed out to the kids the other night that in the last 2 years we're 22-3, and that's winning at a rate of almost 90%. But the downside is the three, and so we got to get better so we can be competitive in some of those tougher games that we're not able to win.
What are some things that you think set apart your team from the other teams that you play very often? You mentioned the 3 losses in 2 years. I mean, what are some things that set you apart?
Well, of the 3 losses, 2 of them were the year before when I had Blair and Trexler and those kids. Then last year, the loss was to Adams Central. It was just flat. They were good, and so we need to mature to get to the level that they are. Because they came out and they took the game from the very first snap and controlled it, and we want to try to get to that point.
What are some things that you're going to be doing different this year, if anything, starting when you got your first game coming up in August?
Well, we're going to put more emphasis on the passing game. 2 years ago, we threw the ball for over 4,000 yards. Last year, we threw the ball for about 700, and we were young, and we knew that coming in. We had an outstanding running back in Gabe Lloyd. And we decided that we were just going to try and run the football and develop our game, but we've got to, because Adams Central exposed us last year. We didn't throw the ball real well, but we have a good quarterback. We actually have 2 good quarterbacks, and I probably have about 8 or 10 kids that can play the receiver position for us. Good, skilled athletes. So we've got to get back to throwing the ball.
Last thing coming up. I mean, you might have one, might not. Do you have a game on your calendar that you've marked as like one of those most important games of the season?
Well, I think the first game. Because obviously we want to get off to a good start, but that's with Mechanicawa, and Mechanicawa and us had the best record of the conference. We were able to beat them in a close game last year to get to the conference championship game. So, yeah, we can't overrun. And we've told the kids with the format change in our conference this year, we can't stumble at all. We've got to be good every Friday night.
What are some things that you're trying to do this season, coming out of this past season, moving forward?
Just coming out of the past season, I just want us to just continue to advance. We made it to the sectional championship and didn't make it, but we're just hoping to continue to play good and stay focused and just keep our run going.
What's the favorite dynamic of your team that you have as Schroeder guys?
My favorite dynamic is probably just our team chemistry and how we all can just relate to each other, and we can just come together and play as one unit just at any time.
What's your favorite moment from last season?
From last season, my favorite moment, I don't even know.
Too many good ones?
Yeah, so many memories. I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's all good. Another thing I want to ask you, though, is what are some things that you think you guys can build on? What are some areas that you think you specifically can improve on this next season?
I think just my strength in the weight room and staying focused and staying aggressive all the time.
Last but not least, lighthearted. Who's your favorite artist? Favorite person to listen to on headphones?
Little Skies.
Okay, there you go. All right, so last season, going how it went, what are some things that you're trying to pull from last season into this next season for your team?
Honestly, just keep our winning record going. I mean, we had 1 loss last year, which was the sectional championship. So just keep that going, and honestly, just get better from last year.
What are some things that you're team dynamic wise? What are some things that you really think that you can continue into this next season as well?
Honestly, just our team chemistry. We're just brothers. We really come together and we work hard every off season. We believe we get our edge from outworking our opponents, and so honestly, just keep doing that, and I think it'll pay off.
Do you have a focus for your team when you hit first practice in August that you're focusing on for this upcoming season?
Honestly, it's just to get our plays in. We put in some new plays every season, and so just making sure we're prepped and ready for the game one, because week one's a big game for us, so we gotta be ready for that.
All right. Last one, who's your go-to, your artist? Who do you listen to when you've got nothing else going on?
Go-to artist? I don't know, probably some Drake or something to get me hyped up for these games.